I'm Stephen Mather, a solicitor and an expert in property ownership disputes or co-ownership disputes. I've dealt with a considerable number of disputes involving ownership or claimed ownership of property. And every time I strive to provide plain English advice. Time to understand your situation and all that you're faced with. Results. I endeavour to get you the best possible result. And value. I'll try and work on fixed fees where possible. Finally, I offer convenience, meetings by phone, video call or in person at a time to suit you. So what are property ownership disputes? Property ownership disputes are all about who owns the property or what, if any, share you have in the property. As an example, if you gave 50% of the purchase price of a property to buy with your son and daughter-in-law with a view to moving in together, but the property was not in your name and it was only in their names, then it's likely that we can argue that you have what is called a beneficial interest or beneficial share in that property. In other words, that your share is held on trust for you by them. So what happens if one co-owner wants to sell and the other does not? So property ownership disputes are often governed by legislation known as the Trusts of Land and Appointment of Trustees Act 1996. Lawyers shorten this to TOLATA. TOLATA provides for the power to sell a property or to force the other co-owner to purchase your share, along with the right of the court to determine ownership shares. So, if one party does not wish to sell, then we can make an application to court via a TOLATA claim to seek an order for sale. Once we have the order for sale, we can then arrange for the property to be put on the market and sold in accordance with the agreement or decided share or court order. Of course, after the sale, we'll have to repay the mortgage and any secured loans and borrowings. I can help you from start to finish. The general steps in a property ownership dispute might include reviewing the land registry or title deeds to look for ownership or restrictions on the property, sending a letter of claim or a letter before action, issuing or defending a claim in either the High Court or County Court. We'll explore settlement, usually via mediation, and if that fails, then we'll look at obtaining a court order for the sale of the property or an order declaring the ownership shares. Property ownership disputes can be complicated and tricky, so my advice is to speak to an expert in the area, someone like me. If you want to know more, would like to set up a meeting to discuss your property ownership matter, then please get in touch. Give me a call on 0116 3667 900 or fill in a contact form on the right hand side of my website and book an appointment there too. The website's www.stephenmather.co.uk.